Physical features in North Korea. Geothermal features. There are three volcanoes in the Korean peninsula, the Mount Baekdu, Mount Halla, and Uljung Island. Mount Baekdu is the highest mountain in the Korean peninsula with a height of 2,744 meters. It is also called Mount Changbai in China. Its slope is relatively gentle until 1,000 meters altitude, but became steep at about 1,800 meters above sea level. Glacial features. The Baekdu-daegan mountain range is a famous among good part of the hiking population because of its awe-inspiring scenery. The look from above from the trail is always breathtaking. Another thing that attracts people to the Baekdu-daegan mountain range is its cultural landscape. The coast. Beaches in North Korea. The Mahun Hotel in Hamhung has its own private beach and it's quite popular with NGO types. This private beach is one of the most serene of North Korean beaches. The Mahun Beach House Resort in Hamhung is a large resort area. The Mahun Beach House is the choice accommodation for foreigners staying in Hamhung, North Korea's second largest city. This resort area is located right on the east coast of North Korea. Inland water resources. Nodes. Heaven Lake. Heaven Lake is a crater lake on the border between China and North Korea. It lies within a caldera atop the volcanic Baekdu Mountain, a part of the Baekdu-daegan mountain range and the Changbai mountain range. It is located partly in Rangang Province, North Korea, and partly in Jilin Province, northeastern China. Heaven Lake has been recognized as the highest volcanic lake in the world by Guinness Book of Records. Linear corridors. The Bukhan River or North Han River is a tributary of the Han River that flows through both North and South Korea. It traverses Gangwon Province in North Korea and Gangwon and Gyeonggi Province in South Korea. Cultural features in North Korea. Gastronomy. North Korean cuisine has rice, corn, noodles, tofu, and vegetables as the main ingredients. The characteristic of North Korean cuisine that is very noticeable is the number of side dishes, or bancham in the Korean language, which is served with every meal. Hanjeongshik is a full-course Korean meal with a wide variety of bancham. The popular Korean dish kimchi is always served in every Korean meal. Performing arts. Koreans have had an outstanding love of music and dance. In the distant past, villagers gathered to sing and dance to celebrate planting and harvesting, which was probably the origin of folk music and dance, still widely enjoyed and appreciated. Festival in North Korea. Arirang Festival. The Grand Mass Gymnastic and Artistic Performance Arirang are held in the Rungrado May Day Stadium in Pyongyang, North Korea. The 2-month Gymnastic and Artistic Festival celebrates the birthday of Kim Il-sung. The festival has been held from August until October since 2002 to 2005 and 2007 until the present. Visual art. Korean arts includes tradition in calligraphy, music, painting, and pottery, often marked by the use of natural forms, surface decoration, and bold colors or sounds. Physical features in Japan. Geothermal features. Mount Fuji is located on the island of Honshu. It is the highest mountain in Japan, standing 3,776.24 meters. It is the highest volcano located on an island in Asia, and the 7th highest peak of an island on Earth. Mount Fuji is an active stratovolcano. Mount Fuji is one of Japan's 3 holy mountains along with Mount Tate and Mount Haku. It is a special place of scenic beauty and one of Japan's historic sites. Karst features. Nagura Bay. Submerged tropical karst features were discovered in Nagura Bay on Ishikagi Islands in the southern Ryukyu Islands, Japan. Various types of humid tropical karst landforms were found to coexist within the bay, including fluviokarst, dolline karst, cockpit karst, polygonal karst, uvulus, and megadolines. The submerged landscape of Nagura Bay likely formed during multiple glacial and interglacial periods. Glacial features. Gozenzawa Glacier is located in Tateyama Mountains of Japan. It was the first recorded glacier in Japan. Before its identification as a glacier, it was believed that the world's most easterly glacier was on the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia. The coast. The Okinawa Prefecture has a tropical climate, making it Japan's best area for beach activities. In addition to remote beaches and great coral reefs, the area also offers the longest beach seasons in the country. Inland water resources. Nodes. Biwa Lake. Biwako or Lake Biwa is the largest freshwater lake in Japan, located entirely within Shiga Prefecture, west central Honshu, northeast of the former capital city of Kyoto. Lake Biwa is an ancient lake. Over 4 million years old, it is estimated to be the 13th oldest lake in the world. Inner corridors. Shishano River. The Shishano River, known as the Chikuma River in its upper reaches, is the longest and widest river in Japan and the third largest by basin area behind the Tone River and Ishikari River. Landscape features. Fukurada Falls is a waterfall located in the town of Daegu, Ibakari Prefecture, Japan. It is a nationally designated place of scenic beauty and is one of Japan's top 100 waterfalls per a listing published by the Japanese Ministry of the Environment in 1990. The falls are ranked as the third most beautiful waterfall in Japan, coming after Kegon Falls and Nachi Falls. Cultural features in Japan. Gastronomy. Japanese cuisine encompasses the regional and traditional foods of Japan. The traditional cuisine of Japan is based on rice with miso soup and other dishes. There is an emphasis on seasonal ingredients. Performing arts. Kabuki is a Japanese classical theater art form that can be traced back to the Edo period. No art form of traditional theater that involves music, dance, and drama. The movements are slow with poetic language in a monotonous tone while the actors wear rich and heavy costumes. Bankaro is a traditional puppet theater that was once a popular form of entertainment for commoners during the Edo period in Osaka. The puppets are half the size of a human being and are operated by 3 performers who are the main operator with their 2 assistants. Noise strings are used to operate the puppet and the puppeteer is in full view of the audience. Festival. Aomori Nebuta Matsuri. Japan's most colorful festival takes place in August, featuring stunning floats shaped as mythological creatures and famous Japanese characters. Nebuta refers to the float of a brave warrior figure which gets carried through the center of the city. Physical features in Russia. Geothermal features. Akademia Nauk is a volcano located in the southern part of Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia. It is currently the most active volcano on the Kamchatka Peninsula, as well as the most active volcano of Kamchatka's eastern volcanic zone. It last erupted in January 1996. Glacial features. Kolka Glacier is a glacier in North Ossetia, Russia, near Mount Kazbek, known for its surging properties. The most recent and the most powerful surge took place on 20 September 2002. Kolka is fed by avalanches and collapses of firm and ice all year round. The coast. Riviera Beach. Set on the stretch of the easternmost side of the Black Sea are found some of the famous beaches in Sochi, Russia, and one such beach is the Riviera Beach. This black stone beach is an ideal place to relax and unwind. This beach offers amusement for children and adults, trampolines, banana boat rides, and hydrocycle rides along with parachute flights over the water. Inland water resources. Nodes. Lake Baikal. Lake Baikal is a rift lake located in southern Siberia, Russia. Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake by volume in the world, containing 22 to 23% of the world's fresh surface water. Baikal is the world's deepest lake. It is among the world's clearest lake and is the world's oldest lake. It is 7th largest lake in the world by surface area. Linear corridors. Oby River. The Oby is a major river in Russia. It is in western Siberia and is the world's 7th longest river at 3,700 kilometers. It forms at the influence of the Biya and Katun, which have their origins in Altai Mountains. Cultural features. Gastronomy. Russian cuisine is distinctive and unique, and like any other national one, it was formed under the influence of different environmental, social, geographical, economic, and historical factors. The main feature of Russian cuisine is considered to be an abundance and variety of products used for cooking. There are numerous dishes made of dough, such as pies, cakes, rolls, blini, and etc. Performing arts. Performing arts in Russia had evolved into grand and refined spectacles of ballet and opera created to entertain the nobility of St. Petersburg and Moscow. This is still delight audiences of all means around the world. But it's not all about the classical in Russian performing arts. Rock and pop music are just as popular here as they are elsewhere. Festival. Maslenitsa Festival. 7 weeks before Easter are the week-long Maslenitsa festivals, Russia's Pancake Week. They combine the pagan tradition of marking the transition from winter to spring with the Christian tradition of feasting before Lent. Coast. Beaches in Kuwait. Hilton Kuwait Resort is a 5-star property. Hilton is a beachfront resort in Kuwait. Unlike most similar hotels in Persian Gulf, all the amenities are located right on the coast but not in the garden. Soda Beach is one of the best in the country, shore and seabed sand. Inland water resources. Vast swaths of Kuwait desert have been swamped with temporary lakes. Much of the desert is covered with a hard pan calcareous layer, locally called gach, that does prevent the absorption of water. As a sequence, many of these lakes will likely remain until warmer temperatures and evaporation pulls out the water. Linear corridors. Kuwait is a part of Tigris-Euphrates River System Basin. Several Tigris-Euphrates confluences from parts of the Kuwait-Iraq border. Kuwait does not currently have any permanent rivers, but does have several wadis, the most notable of which in Wadi al-Batin, which forms the border between Kuwait and Iraq. Cultural features in Kuwait. Gastronomy. Kuwaiti cuisine is a fusion of Arabian, Iranian, and Mesopotamian cuisines. Kuwaiti cuisine is a part of Eastern Arabian cuisine. A prominent dish in Kuwaiti cuisine is matchbous, a rice-based dish usually prepared with basmati rice seasoned with spices and chicken of mutton. Performing arts. Kuwait is known for its homegrown tradition of theater. It is the only country in the Gulf with the theatrical tradition. The theatrical movement in Kuwait constitutes a major part of the country's cultural life. Theatrical activities in Kuwait began in the 1920s when the first spoken drama were released. Theater activities are still popular today. Festival. Eid al-Fitr. The most joyous of all Kuwait's festivals is Eid al-Fitr, the end of Ramadan. The festivities last for several days and include visits with friends and families, gift exchange, and feasts. forgiveness, merrymaking, and massive celebrations.